about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the San Francisco 49ers. Set to go now is the kicker, Chris Nagar. And we are underway from Santa Clara. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And we'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one too low.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. He'll drop to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Here's Hardman to return. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert. The Niners at 7 and 8 now on the year, and they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
Ready? From the 41, Lance. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Under pressure, they got him again. Devin Bush make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
2nd and 1. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Complete to number 2. 2 yards on the play. 1st down, Steelers.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Lance. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell.
They'll get it inside the 20.
Touchdown, 49ers!
Elijah Mitchell.
His 11th touchdown of the year.
And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Nagar now for the point after.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They go play action here on 1st down. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Again, it's Johnson.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. He finds his man Johnson. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Second and 6. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. From 8 yards out.
And the Steelers have cut it back within a score.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make our score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Take it in at the 3.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 2nd and 12, Lance. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. Mostert hit, and he drops the ball.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. This time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Lance looking to throw it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and he knew what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. Looking to throw.
Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Steelers have moved out in front.
And oh, it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. And after all that, they're going to start out with unbelievable field position on the return. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away.
Take it in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here's Lance to throw it.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
It's caught. Mitchell. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Taken in at the 22. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
They'll look to throw here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
On the ready.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Working from the gun, Lance.
This is intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Throw left side, taken in by Claypool.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Second and 5. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing third down. He'll look to throw. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as the tackle made at about the 38. On first down, they go back to Mitchell.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy is nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Throwing on second down, Lance. And his throw is incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
And Lance going to throw.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now a play fake here on first down. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They'll look to throw. That's caught. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Here we go.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Once again, it's Mostert. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 45 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Ready?
To throw, it's Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the stick.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Now back to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Boswell's kick is good. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one at this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Devin Bush able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long.
Hey, no steal.
Here's Lance.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Miles Jack providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long before they can get the punt away whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes the 49ers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I've never returned punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it in.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Back to throw here. He'll let it fly for Austin. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners are right back in this football game. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
We'll get this to about the 38.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Yellow, blue, red, cycle.
From the gun, it's Lance. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. picked up. They try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices, it's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Right.
Throwing now is Lance. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try to throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Here we go. 42 needle.
A 4-yard loss. It's 4th down.
Pause. 10. Ready?
Desperation time here. Lance trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of
touchdown! A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
49ers 14. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
From the gun on third down, Lance.
He's got his man. That's Hardman. And out across midfield down to the 45. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw into the hands here of Hardman.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Samuel bringing in the slant.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
McGar now for the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead down to 22.
Makes the score Steelers 43, 49ers 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to let it go again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the 49ers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do